We really want to focus on how can data and evidence inform solutions and what solutions are already working? How can government and private sector work together in support of some of the most vulnerable communities that we see being forced to move because their livelihoods are under enormous pressure. A majority of people have no desire to move. So the desire for people to stay in their communities, stay on their land is strong.
By putting resources directly into the hands of those most affected, we ensure that the adaptation is not delayed by bureaucracy, but driven by people's urgency, innovation, and hope.
Rising seas on one side and vanishing forests on the other are two sides of the same crisis. They also both demand the same response. And that response is urgency, solidarity, ambition, and action grounded in justice and human dignity.
Very often people say, well, you live in a vulnerable place. Why don't you just move? You know, the hurricane is coming. But over and over, we can see populations and communities, even as recent as in Jamaica, we do not want to move because the presence of belonging means more than a physical structure to us. We want to be able to preserve our culture, our traditional practices, and we want to be able to exist in the fabric of the network of community that we have a norm to.
The right to stay is about protecting dignity, protecting land, protecting livelihood, protecting culture, protecting heritage, protecting people's way of life, and allowing that to continue. But if they are compelled to move, it must be safe, it must be orderly, it must be dignified.
We don't believe in youth empowerment because you only empower people that are powerless or need power. As youths, we are already powerful. All we have to do is work together.
You see, this movement was never about qualification to me. It's about conviction. It's about the fire that doesn't need a certificate to burn. That kind of fire that makes you stand in global room and still speak from your heart. Even if your English isn't perfect, even if your voice shakes. Because it's not about being perfect, it's about being present.